Chosen one, June 8. The eclipse that opens your money. Gateway. Get ready. You've felt it building, like a quiet frequency growing louder, like something in your reality waiting to break through. Not chaos, but clarity. Not confusion, but calling. The world around you may still look the same, but inside, something is different. You're being positioned, aligned, elevated. And this moment, this cosmic pause on June 8th, isn't ordinary. It's an opening, a financial reset that doesn't knock gently. It arrives like destiny, finally catching up with you. This is more than just a date on the calendar. This is an energetic turning point, a moment in time chosen long before you even asked for it. The eclipse isn't just a spectacle in the sky. It's a signal, a divine message encoded in light and shadow, here to crack open doors that have refused to budge until now. And you're not just watching it, you're part of it. This is the alignment that shifts your atmosphere and invites an entirely new level of abundance into your life. And as you continue watching this message unfold, I encourage you to stay until the end. There is an energetic transmission embedded in every word. If you feel the resonance, if your soul stirs even slightly, I invite you to write your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments below. This is more than engagement, it's activation. You're not just commenting, you're co-creating a breakthrough. Let's be clear, this isn't about luck. This is about alignment. You've already been prepared in silence. While others sought applause, you embraced growth. While they counted likes, you counted lessons. That's why this eclipse has your name coded into its frequency. You didn't stumble into this moment. You were summoned. And the energy of wealth, the real, lasting kind, is moving toward you with divine intelligence. On June 8th, you're not stepping into a generic manifestation window. You're entering a money gateway designed uniquely for your energy. This isn't the result of trying harder. This is the result of becoming more aligned with your true self. You've been molded, tested, stretched, yes, but not to be broken, to be refined. What felt like delay was really divine setup. What felt like a setback was an acceleration in disguise. The kind of abundance that's coming isn't a small improvement. It's a total shift. It's freedom, liquid access, overflow, and it doesn't require force, it requires flow. The money that's coming your way isn't chasing hustle. It's drawn to harmony. And you, chosen one, are finally vibrating at the frequency of financial release. This eclipse opens up more than a visual spectacle in the sky. It opens a timeline, a space where what you've been praying for, planning for, and preparing for finally meets you halfway. You won't have to beg. You won't have to prove. You only have to believe. The things that once felt distant will feel reachable. The lifestyle you thought was too far off will feel tailored because you've upgraded internally. You're no longer negotiating with scarcity. You're walking with knowing. There is something sacred about a season where effort meets ease, where you're no longer questioning whether you're worthy, and instead you're focused on being ready. Ready to manage more, to attract more, to hold more. June 8th signals a new era where your name becomes synonymous with wealth, not just in the material sense, but in value, in vision, in vibration. You are wealth. You are the frequency that money trusts now. And maybe you don't see the evidence yet. Maybe your surroundings still whisper the lies of lack. But hear this. The eclipse doesn't consult your environment. It responds to your energy. It bypasses appearances and targets alignment. Your job isn't to calculate how. Your job is to calibrate who. Who you are when no one is watching. Who you are when you close your eyes and dream beyond your circumstances. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not blocked. You are entering the precise window where heaven's system overrides earthly limitations. Banks, bills, budgets, they will all bow to the new flow that's being initiated inside you. The eclipse is simply the switch, the turning point, the divine yes that tells the universe now. So open yourself, prepare yourself. Don't wait for a perfect moment to feel abundant. Be abundant. Let that energy go before you. Speak in wealth, walk in wealth, think in wealth. When you do, you meet the gateway not as a visitor, but as its rightful heir. And the eclipse is just the beginning. You're not being invited into a fantasy. You're being pulled into your future. A future that already knows your name, your resilience, your inner currency. And now it's time for your outer world to reflect what your spirit has always known. You were never meant to struggle forever. The eclipse is simply the announcement that your internal wealth is ready to become external. Don't underestimate the power of timing. Timing is everything in the spiritual realm. You didn't miss this moment because this moment was waiting for you to be ready. You weren't late. You were being synchronized. The reason doors didn't open before is because you would have stepped into the right thing with the wrong mindset. The universe had to delay your harvest until you were grounded enough to hold the weight of it. But now, you've grown roots, you've cleared space, and most importantly, you've stopped clinging to what wasn't serving you. June 8th is not about starting from scratch. It's about starting from power. You're not who you were a year ago, 6 months ago, even a week ago. Something inside you has shifted. You've outgrown lack. You've detached from desperation. You're not chasing anymore. You're attracting. You're not forcing anymore. You're flowing. And that flow is magnetic. The people who once overlooked you are going to be confused, not because you've changed, but because they never saw the real you. And they weren't supposed to. This money gateway wasn't built for public approval. It was built for soul alignment. The blessings coming won't make sense to everyone. They weren't meant to. This isn't a group announcement. It's a personal awakening. You'll start to notice things moving fast. Conversations will shift. People will reach out unexpectedly. Ideas you shelved long ago will resurface with new energy. Opportunities you thought were gone for good will knock again. This time, ready. And you won't have to jump at everything because now you'll know what deserves your energy. You'll be able to say no with peace. You'll be able to say yes without fear. That is the power of being aligned with divine timing. The eclipse is your signal to walk in confidence. Not fake confidence, but the kind that comes from being connected to your truth. The kind that doesn't need external permission. You're about to operate differently in every space you enter. Not louder, but more certain. Not busier, but more efficient. Because when money flows with ease, you stop chasing survival and start designing your legacy. That's what this is about. Legacy. Not just quick wins, not just a one-time deposit. This is about building a flow so consistent, so spiritually protected, that it rewrites your entire financial identity. This is about more than wealth. It's about dominion, authority, stepping into a version of yourself that doesn't shrink at the size of a dream, but expands in the face of it. And as this eclipse activates that transformation, don't be surprised if your external world starts to rearrange. Don't panic if certain people begin to distance themselves. Don't resist if old cycles fall apart. That's confirmation. Everything that can't support your new frequency must fall away, and it will. Not to hurt you, but to prepare space. Space for the real support, the real partnerships, the real contracts, the real overflow. Let your emotions shift with this change. Let yourself grieve what you're outgrowing, but do not, under any circumstance, go back to what you've already healed from. The eclipse didn't come to bring you comfort. It came to bring you clarity. Comfort keeps you in cycles. Clarity gets you paid, and you're about to be paid in full. Paid in purpose. Paid in peace. Paid in divine provision. It's okay to be excited. It's okay to be emotional. This isn't just another week. This is the beginning of your breakthrough era. All the late nights, the prayers, the sacrifices, they weren't in vain. The energy you've poured into others, the ideas you gave life to without return, the seeds you planted when you had nothing, those are the exact things this portal is about to reward. So don't resist this moment. Lean in. Receive it fully. Speak wealth over your life. Walk like doors are already opening. Breathe like you've already made it. Prepare your space, because what you've been calling in is no longer a possibility, it's a reality, and it's meeting you right now. You're not becoming lucky, you're becoming visible. The difference is powerful. This gateway doesn't deliver random favor. It reveals you to the world as you truly are. The blessings coming are not surprise gifts. They are confirmations of what has always been within you. The eclipse simply shifts the frequency enough for what's already yours to find its way into your hands. This is why it has felt so intense lately. The pressure, the solitude, the waiting. It's not because you're behind, it's because you're standing right at the edge of breakthrough, and your soul knows it. It's been preparing for impact, preparing for elevation, preparing for wealth you can actually hold, keep, multiply, and enjoy. And now the moment is finally here, not as a wish, but as a reality demanding your full attention. And let's be honest, you didn't always believe it would happen this way. You thought you had to earn it by sacrificing joy. You thought the grind was the only access point. But now you're realizing that receiving is an energy too. It's not about doing more, it's about being more in tune, being more honest, being more surrendered, being more expectant. June 8th is not just about money, it's about liberation. It's about financial alignment that sets your creativity free, your decisions free, your time free. You're not meant to live under the weight of constant pressure. You're not meant to fear your bank balance every week. That's not wealth. Wealth is peace. Wealth is knowing that you can move without permission. Wealth is walking away from what no longer serves you, not because you're desperate to escape, but because you're destined to evolve. And that's exactly what this eclipse is doing. It's evolving your entire financial identity. It's exposing the parts of your thinking that have been quietly repelling abundance. The inner beliefs that told you to settle, the patterns that taught you to hide, the old programming that convinced you money was hard to access. All of it is being interrupted, flushed out, cleared. You are not just manifesting anymore. You are remembering. Remembering that you were never supposed to play small. Remembering that overflow is your design. Remembering that divine support has always surrounded you, even when your reality felt dry. Every obstacle you faced wasn't a punishment. It was a purification. It burned off everything that couldn't go with you into this new chapter. This gateway isn't just financial, it's energetic. It's the removal of spiritual blocks. It's the breaking of mental ceilings. It's the final breath of fear as confidence rises in its place. That confidence isn't loud, it's still. It doesn't need to explain itself. It simply exists. It radiates. And because of that, the universe starts to adjust. Resources shift, favor lands, money flows, and when you start to operate from that energy, you'll see things change with shocking speed. One day, you'll be wondering how it's all going to work out. The next, you'll be in rooms that used to feel impossible. You'll speak about ideas, and people will listen and fund them. You'll feel the air change around you as doors swing open, not because you forced them, but because they were always yours. The conversations around you will elevate. Your environment will respond to your growth. People will notice the shift, even if they don't understand it, and you won't need them to. This isn't about proving anything anymore. You're done auditioning for what already belongs to you. You're done trying to convince anyone to believe in your vision. The eclipse has already validated it, and now you walk with the knowing that if it's meant for you, it's already aligning. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, for the kind of moments where money shows up from places you didn't expect, for people you've never met to recognize the value of your energy and want to pour into your vision, for divine instructions to drop into your mind with such clarity that you finally feel peace in your next steps. You're not the same person you were when you first started dreaming of abundance. You've been refined, you've been upgraded, and the universe has taken notice. Your old money story is being rewritten, not by chance, not by accident, but by cosmic design. This is your moment to receive without guilt, to elevate without fear, to ascend without apology. This isn't just a financial shift, it's an identity shift. On June 8th, the universe is not only opening the gates to prosperity, it's also requiring you to walk through them as your highest self. The version of you who doesn't shrink to make others comfortable. The version of you who no longer entertains relationships, jobs, or beliefs that limit expansion. The version of you who has already accepted wealth as natural, as normal, as inevitable. Because what's coming to you demands a new posture. You cannot hold this level of blessing with an old level of self-worth. You cannot step into overflow thinking you're still in survival mode. You must release the version of yourself who thought you had to settle for scraps, that you had to hustle for crumbs, that you had to prove your worth over and over just to get a small piece of what was always meant for you. Number that ends here. This gateway responds to your boldness, to your clarity, to your vibration. And the energy you walk in during this eclipse determines what flows to you in the weeks and months ahead. This is not theory. This is not hype. This is divine law in motion. And the truth is, it's already happening. The shift isn't future, it's present. You may feel it as restlessness, as a strange calm before something bigger, as the sudden urge to clean, to declutter, to prepare. These are not random behaviors. They are signals. Your body, your spirit, your environment, they all know what's coming, and now your mind must catch up. This is your job right now, to stay in energetic alignment with what you've been asking for, not to overthink, not to panic, but to prepare. Prepare mentally, prepare emotionally, prepare practically. If your bank account expanded overnight, would you know how to hold it? Would you have systems in place to protect it? Would you be ready to say no to distractions? Would you recognize the difference between a real opportunity and a shiny trap? This is the level up no one talks about. The part where you don't just pray for increase. You become the version of yourself who can keep it. And that's what June 8th is offering you. Not just access, but readiness. Not just blessings, but discernment. You are not being flooded. You are being trusted. Trusted to walk into wealth and stay in it without losing yourself. So take this moment seriously. This is the chapter where you either shrink back into your old story or step boldly into the one that was always waiting. You don't need everyone's permission to evolve. You don't need agreement. You don't need applause. You just need alignment. And you're already closer than you think. The more you detach from old beliefs, the faster things will move. Release the idea that making money has to be painful. Let go of the guilt that says you have to earn every blessing through suffering. You've already done enough. You've already proven enough. You've already walked through fire, and now it's time to walk in favor. You're going to notice something remarkable. You won't have to chase anymore. Not people, not money, not validation. Everything begins to come to you with ease when you stop fighting the flow and start trusting the current. This gateway isn't forcing you to do anything. It's inviting you to remember, to rise, to say yes to what your soul already agreed to long ago. This isn't just spiritual, it's strategic. Wealth is not just about visualization. It's about vibration and structure. Make space for the life you're about to live. Make space for deposits. Make space for generosity. Make space for upgrades. Organize your reality the way someone who is already wealthy would. Because when the energy of money finds order, it stays. When it finds peace, it multiplies. When it finds vision, it flows. And you, chosen one, are becoming the container, the portal, the magnet. This is not just about having more, it's about being more, not just for yourself, but for everyone connected to your energy. There are people waiting to rise because you said yes to your calling. There are communities waiting to shift because you stopped playing small. There are entire generations waiting for the ripple effect of your overflow. And it starts now. Let this be the part of your life where things finally click, where your external reality begins to mirror your internal evolution, where you stop trying to convince others of your value and start moving as someone who understands that value cannot be negotiated, it is owned. That's the frequency the eclipse is tuning you into. Ownership, not just of wealth, but of identity, of vision, of destiny. You will no longer borrow belief from others. You will build your own. You will no longer hope to be picked. You will pick yourself. There is no more waiting in line. No more standing at closed doors. The gate is open now, and it recognizes you. The only thing left is your decision to walk through it without fear, hesitation, or apology. You see, the old you would hesitate here. The old you would ask, "Am I ready? Do I deserve this?" But that voice is no longer in charge. That voice came from struggle, from survival, from scarcity. You've graduated from that classroom. This is the version of you that doesn't second-guess the blessing, because you are the blessing. This is the you that steps into rooms like you belong there, because you do. This is the you that doesn't flinch when the money comes in, because you already made space for it. And yes, people may notice the change in you. They may question it. They may even resist it. But their reaction is not your responsibility. You didn't come here to stay familiar. You came here to become phenomenal. And phenomenal requires detachment. Detachment from people who only know how to relate to the version of you that struggled. Detachment from situations that don't expand you. Detachment from habits that keep your energy small. Because every next level demands a lighter load. You're going to start realizing just how much energy you were wasting on things that don't matter. Doubt, drama, delay. You'll feel it in your body, the difference between resistance and flow. You'll notice when something's no longer aligned. Your discernment will sharpen. Your standards will rise. Your time will become sacred. Why? because you'll finally understand what you carry and what's coming. Money doesn't change who you are, it amplifies what's already there. So if you've been healing, building, aligning in silence, get ready for what's about to be amplified. Peace, power, purpose, they're all increasing. The money is just the tool. The true treasure is who you're becoming. You'll begin to see the connection between your inner world and your outer results. You'll recognize that every decision you made in alignment is now returning dividends. The moments you said no to quick fixes, the days you chose stillness instead of chaos, the hours you spent visualizing instead of complaining. That quiet inner work was never wasted. It was sacred preparation. The eclipse isn't the end, it's the ignition point. From here, momentum begins, and your job is to stay aligned as the wave builds. Don't fall back into survival thinking just because things begin to shift. Don't sabotage what you prayed for because it feels unfamiliar. Trust the process. Stay grounded. Keep your heart open and your boundaries firm. And remember, the money gateway is not just about income, it's about impact. It's about using what flows to you as a force for good, to fund dreams, not just debts, to pour into others, not just repair what's broken, to circulate energy with purpose, not just collect it out of fear. You are being positioned not just to receive wealth, but to wield it. And this requires maturity, discipline, vision. But you have all of that now. Every lesson prepared you, every delay refined you, every disappointment redirected you. And now that you're finally in position, you must act like it, think like it, move like it. This is no longer a rehearsal. This is the real thing. So breathe into it. Let go of the tension. Release the past stories. Open your hands. Open your schedule. Open your energy. Because what's coming won't ask for your struggle. It will ask for your openness, your faith, your bold yes. And that yes, once spoken, echoes across every dimension of your life. The money is not coming to fix you. It's coming because you're already whole. It's coming to mirror your readiness, to magnify your truth, to confirm your transformation. This is the moment where you stop preparing to be blessed and start living like you already are. Because you are. Not because of a number in your account, not because of a title on your name, but because you've aligned, you've grown, you've passed the invisible tests, and now the reward isn't just access, it's arrival. The eclipse on June 8th is your announcement to the universe. I'm ready now, ready to move in truth, ready to manage what you once only dreamed about, ready to give from overflow, not depletion, ready to build from vision, not desperation. You're not chasing anymore. You're channeling. You're not wishing. You're receiving. There will be a moment, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, where everything suddenly feels real, where you're no longer just hoping for the shift. You're watching it unfold in front of your eyes. Payments coming in, opportunities materializing, collaborations forming. That moment is closer than you think. And when it arrives, don't hesitate. Don't play small. Don't delay your yes. The truth is, life has been watching you. Every decision, every step, every refusal to settle. And now, all of it is being rewarded. This eclipse doesn't just shift the sky, it shifts you. It signals that your time as a hidden vessel is over. It's time to be seen, heard, compensated, supported, celebrated. Not because you demanded it, but because your energy now commands it. You've tapped into a different frequency, and because of that, your environment must change. Don't be surprised when people leave, when old dynamics fall apart, when doors close without explanation. That's the gateway doing its work. removing what cannot come with you, not as punishment, as preparation. Every time something exits, something greater is trying to enter, and what's entering now is abundance in every form. Clarity in your mind, power in your decisions, flow in your finances, confidence in your steps, grace in your communication, and most of all, freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you move through life on your own terms. The kind of freedom that isn't loud, but unshakable. The kind that makes room for joy, peace, creativity, and legacy. You'll start feeling the need to simplify, to stop explaining, to protect your space. That's the wisdom of wealth speaking through you. Because wealth isn't about accumulation, it's about alignment. And you've aligned so deeply, so consistently, so intentionally, that the universe can no longer withhold what's already yours. So write it, say it, visualize it. Act as if the life you see in your spirit is already here, because in the spiritual realm, it is. What you do now is simply catch up to what's already been done on your behalf. Every time you align your thoughts with faith, you accelerate the manifestation. Every time you detach from fear, you unlock new pathways. Every time you choose yourself, the universe backs you more powerfully. You're not begging anymore. You're not proving anymore. You're not explaining anymore. You're walking boldly, softly, decisively into overflow, into divine increase, into the financial reality that has been assigned to your soul from the beginning. June 8th is not just a date, it is the green light your future has been waiting for. You don't have to know every detail. You don't have to control every outcome. You just have to stay aligned, stay elevated, stay open, and most importantly, stay ready. Because everything you've been waiting for is now waiting for you. It's already unfolding, and this time, you won't miss it. This time, you're walking through the gate wide awake, fully aware, and fully prepared. This time, chosen one, you receive. Now that you've crossed the threshold, the work becomes more subtle, but more powerful. You're no longer fighting for access. You've been granted access. You're no longer asking for doors to open. They're already open. Now, your focus shifts from entering to expanding, from hoping to holding, from waiting to walking in authority. And with that shift comes responsibility. Not burden, not pressure, but purpose. Because with new wealth comes new visibility. With new opportunities come new decisions. And with new power comes the need for unwavering clarity. You'll begin to notice things move faster now. It will feel like everything is happening at once. Doors, offers, options, surprises. And when that wave of acceleration arrives, you must ground yourself deeper than ever before. Don't confuse movement with alignment. Not every open door is your door. Not every invitation is your assignment. Not every amount of money is a blessing if it costs you your peace, your boundaries, or your authenticity. You are now a steward of not only wealth, but wisdom. And this wisdom is what protects the flow, what sustains the abundance, what separates overflow from chaos. You didn't come all this way to lose yourself in speed. You came to anchor yourself in truth. That's what will set you apart. Others will chase the glow. You will embody the light. Others will seek validation. You will be the vibration. You don't need to do more to deserve more. You simply need to protect the version of yourself that attracted it in the first place. Because here's the secret. Wealth is not just about expansion. It's about containment. It's about knowing what to say no to, even when it looks shiny. It's about knowing when to pause, even when you're praised for running. It's about building systems that honor your flow, not just impress the outside world. So ask yourself, what are you building now that the money is flowing? Who are you becoming now that the door is open? Are you still thinking like someone who's afraid to lose it? Or are you moving like someone who knows there's always more? This eclipse didn't just open the gateway, it handed you the keys. The gate is yours now. You don't need permission to expand. You don't need a green light. You are the green light. You are the wave. You are the shift. You'll begin to see things differently now. Old challenges won't trigger you the same way. You won't chase the same distractions. You'll have less tolerance for energy that drains and more appreciation for silence, strategy, and spiritual protection. Because you now understand that the most valuable thing you possess is not the money, it's the state of being that attracted it. Hold on to that. Let it shape your habits. Let it inform your routines. Let it guide your yes and your no. Let it lead how you enter rooms and how you leave them. Because that state of alignment is your real currency. It's what keeps the doors open long after the eclipse has passed. It's what ensures this wasn't just a moment, it's a movement. You're building a new foundation now, one rooted in ease, integrity, purpose, and overflow. And because of that, your wealth will not be temporary, it will be generational. The money that comes now is not here to just fund your dreams. It's here to bless your bloodline, to heal old lack cycles, to rewrite the story of what's possible in your family, your community, your legacy. So move with that in mind. You're not living for likes, you're living for impact. You're not chasing trends, you're anchoring timeless truth. You're not relying on external signals anymore. You are the signal. And because of that, everything that aligns with your next level will start to find you with precision, with power, with divine timing. And as more arrives, you will no longer say, "Why me?" You will say, "Of course it's me." Not from ego, but from knowing. Because when you walk in truth, the truth walks with you. And that's exactly what this entire journey has been preparing you for.